So today we are going to check about a short introduction to TensorFlow. So yeah, so I just want to keep this video short and simple. So let's set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay, the timer has started. So let's quickly jump into the topic. So initially I will just open a notebook so to note down the points which we are going to discuss today. So as I said, it's introduction to TensorFlow. So I will try to answer a few questions here. So probably the first question would be, where is TensorFlow? Then let's check what is TensorFlow, and finally we can check why is TensorFlow. So to begin with, where is TensorFlow? Uh, as we know, TensorFlow is an open source machine learning library or a framework for Python, Java, C++. It is available for all these programming languages. But we are going to focus for Python. So obviously we know where to download the open source packages for Python. It's pypy.org. So here we could search TensorFlow. The latest version is 2.6.0, so we can install it with pip install TensorFlow. So yeah, with that we can install TensorFlow in our system and start working with the machine learning models and everything. So next thing is what is TensorFlow? So to answer this question, TensorFlow is an end-to-end machine learning platform or a library or what we can call it as a framework. It depends on our need. So there is quite some difference between a library and a framework, but let's discuss that on a different video. To stay with TensorFlow, it's considered as a library for simplicity's sake. So let's see what TensorFlow itself saying about TensorFlow. So yeah, so to check that, tensorflow.org. Yeah, it says the same thing, that TensorFlow is an end-to-end open source platform for machine learning. So it mainly focused for deep learning things, I mean the neural networks. So anyway, it has more than that things. As it says, end-to-end open source platform, which means it has all the stuff it needed to work with the deep learning processes, starting from loading the data to creating the model and deploying it in the production. It has all the needed processes, functions, everything it has. So yeah, so it's to consider TensorFlow. It's just another library or a framework we can use for deep learning and machine learning things. So yes, this is what TensorFlow is. So next thing is, why is TensorFlow? Of course, there are a lot of libraries available for machine learning and deep learning processes, but why we choose TensorFlow is because it's one of the top leading library which are currently available in the field of deep learning. So a competitor to TensorFlow, maybe we can consider PyTorch. PyTorch is one of other library or a framework for deep learning things. So this is created by Facebook. PyTorch was created by Facebook, and TensorFlow was created by Google. So then why we chose for TensorFlow is that TensorFlow has end-to-end stuff totally for deep learning things. So as I said in the previous section, we can also deploy the model into production with ease. So there are few features are not available in PyTorch as it is available in TensorFlow. So that's the one main reason we are choosing TensorFlow here. So these are the answers for the three main questions. Where is TensorFlow? Of course, we know where to install it. And what is TensorFlow? It's an open source end-to-end machine learning library or a framework. Then why is TensorFlow? Yeah, it is one of the easiest. I mean, not the easiest, but it is one of the most maybe the comfortable framework for designing deep learning models and stuff. So it has functions for everything it needed for deep learning things. As I said, like loading the data. The data can be in any format. Like the data can be in numbers, the data can be in natural language, or the data can be in images, videos. It has all the pre-processing things, and it has all the model creation for deep learning. The 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 basic functionalities of creating a neural network. It has all the basic functions. So it also has many attributes to develop the model and test it and evaluate it, and it also has support to TensorBoard, which PyTorch doesn't have wide variety of support here. So TensorBoard is nothing but a kind of plugin for TensorFlow, where we can evaluate our models and visual graphs. So that's one main advantage of TensorFlow. And also TensorFlow has one major advantage, like it can utilize the GPU and as well as CPU as well as TPU. TPU is nothing but tensor processing unit, which was created especially for processing these tensor related operations. So it was also created by Google. So this helps TensorFlow to run faster than any other libraries in the hardware. So TPU is created especially for the TensorFlow operations. So that's also one main advantage of using the TensorFlow. So yes, in future videos, let's dive into checking what are all the other functionalities of TensorFlow, and we will start a series about TensorFlow from scratch to building a new model and how to deploy it. Everything we will look into this series. So, and also we have planned another series on deep learning and maths behind the deep learning. So it will be on another playlist. So you can also check the description once it was uploaded. Maybe you can check out tomorrow. So I think I have covered almost the things I want to say. A short introduction about TensorFlow. So in coming videos, we can check how to work with TensorFlow and how to build models, how to load data, how to pre-process it, and how to improve the models. So everything, we will start a series of videos and we will check it out. Okay.